I want to have another play with the Automatic G because I love it so much, and before it's been refurbished we may as well have a go. So let's get it all out and do some improvements and maybe a dirt test. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? My beautiful Model G. It's time for another play and a slight update because, as I'm sure you would have all commented on the first video, which isn't actually live yet by the time I filmed this, so meh, but a lot of people, well, Mr. Doug Smith, thank you very much, on Facebook, has confirmed that some of the tools are not original to this machine. This is an Electrolux XXX hose, XXX tools, and an XXX box as well, but I don't actually care. I didn't quite know that when I bought it, admittedly, or when I asked, when I mentioned about it and it was bought for me, but it's probably what made it a little bit cheap. And ultimately, I'm not that fast. I don't want, well, the power head would be lovely, but I have no use for it. So give it a bit of a wipe down. I think the paintwork could do with some polish, although it is covered in dinks, which I'm not going to repaint. But what I want to really look at is the suction on it. Because if I take this cable out, there we go, and just plug it into my transformer. Now let's just that's a horrible noise. Yeah, the suction's alright, but I'm wondering if it can be improved. Obviously, I do have this lovely original Type C genuine bag, which I shall keep for now because I don't have any others. I want to have a look at this seal. So I've just got some spray and a cloth, because I've been doing some reading, and there is the Mr. Tom Gasco wrote an article about these. I'm scurrying around trying to find information on them for when I do a full refurb and a strip down on it. And obviously one of the things he said was all the seals have to be perfect in order for the suction to work. This one there has to be perfect, etc. I think they are, because the pop out door works. That's all okay, but the question of bags, I had a thought, and it must Hepaflo. There's a hole there. I wasn't fully sure if that had anything to do with the pop out mechanism. And I don't think it does. Now that's too loose. So a SEMO bag is too loose. So you might have to go to our old favourite, the pneumatic bag, which fits on perfectly. However, the problem we are now going to face is that this won't close because it relies on that lever there being pushed down by the bag collar. I don't particularly want to ruin that bag collar yet, so I'm going to probably make a lot of people cry here and stick a bit of tape, might need a couple of bits of tape because that's quite a strong spring, over. Now eventually, when I get 5 minutes, I'll try and find a piece of cardboard, cut it out to this template to stick in front of this bag. This is just a proof of concept here. There we go. Oh no, that's losing suction. That's losing suction all over the shop. I think this does have a very key role to play, you know. I think it's what seals. This actually seals onto this rather than onto there. So I think every bone in my body hates doing this. We are going to have to sacrifice this Type C bag, and I'm going to take that off as well because that's not needed for this. Now, it means we can peel this tape back off, which is good because I never like sticking tape on a vacuum cleaner. So if we stick that onto there, then pop the Hepaflo onto there, feed it all in, it should sort itself out once it's in. There we go, look. Well, obviously when, that's interesting, when I take it off, the cardboard tube, I know what we can do. Now I've done this, it's not the end of the world. I just ripped the gasket, but that's not the end, that's not too concerning. I know what we can do even better. We don't even need, we probably can use the SIBO bag now, because this cardboard collar will do the job of holding it on. And if I can get this behind here, it may not work. No, that's not going to work. Oh, that's a shame. It sort of works. I am going to have another crack at the pneumatic bag simply because that bit there is thinner. I want that to sit flat against this. I think you can buy Hepaflo type whatever they are bags, Type C bags, but in America and the UK it's going to be a little bit more tricky, although I have been told, Roger, did mention to me that he had an order to do for his US vacuums, so he would pick me up a packet so we didn't have to pay horrific shipping. But for now, that might just work. So we can put this in first. The pneumatic bag is going to do the sealing into the bag fill tube, which it has. I can't make it pop out now. There we go. And the pop out just about still works. Right, let's swap a hose on, because I think these hoses still hold air. There's a fair bit of leakage on that one. And this one, I know how we can test this. I still have Mr. James's Hoover module. Strong enough suction for me to know that both of these hoses sadly do leak, although this one is the better one. I mean, a lot of people have said to get a vinyl hose, and that's all very well and good when I can just walk into my nearest vacuum mum and pop shop and buy a vinyl hose, but in the UK I can't. So whether I butcher this hose for the fitting, I don't know how the fittings come apart. If it's anything like the Electrolux 65 hose that I tried, no chance at all. In fact, I can see inside how perished that all is, sadly. So yeah, I don't know how to take this apart. I might ask if I can get just a modern crush proof hose on there, it might just work. So yeah, now I have just had a look to see if I can find AN hose that fits, but I can't find anything. So I can investigate, seeing if I can sacrifice this hose and use the end and fit a modern crush-proof vinyl hose to it to use, and then I can keep the XXX hose for normal. But what I am going to do, we're going to put some dirt down because I want to see. One of the reasons I wanted to Hepaflo this machine, because you know it needs a full refurb anyway. I don't think it's working quite as well as it should, but having nothing to compare it against is a bit of a problem. So we're going to say it works fine. Look, we've got some nice dusty dust there. I mean, we can roughly test it just by sucking some up. It's not strong at all. I can't really feel any air leaking out of the hose either. Oh, it's taken a while, I'm not going to lie. Oh, you've got... Ah! Oh, I never got that. I'm going to make that happen again. Hang on. Oh, no, I don't want to pull you out. Let's put you in shot. Ah, beautiful! It popped out, ladies and gentlemen. So that means that our Hepaflo bag is probably quite full, but because we can adjust it, that was on the lowest one anyway. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. I think we have filled up. Oh, we have, because that hasn't opened up very full. This isn't a machine with an incredibly large capacity, I don't think. I now don't know if I want to get this back in. Oh, it's spewing dirt everywhere. This was a silly idea. We've only made a dirt test with this. Just normal use, I think, is all it requires. Check the seal is there. Oh yeah. I think we've actually topped the hose. I think I've clogged the hose. Let me just hoik it out with the module. There we go. Mediocre suction is restored. If you pick up a cloth, but it can't pull a piece of tape through its own hose. But it's so nice to use. This, I do like this forehead. It is lovely. I mean, it probably could do with having a bit more suction to help it out, but it's doing alright. It's doing a job. I think my example just needs some work doing to it. But that's fine. I just wanted to suck up a little bit of dirt before it goes away for a while whilst I work out my game plan, work out how it comes apart, so I think I know a little bit. And yeah, I just wanted to suck up some dirt. And yes, it will Hepaflo. So that is good. Might see if I can find some slightly smaller bags, maybe some pattern mealer bags might do the job on it rather than the big pneumatic one. But there we go. I just like using it really, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing it again, and I shall thank you very much for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.